What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the PS5 Career Mode. This is episode number 10. And we start today's episode off with a trip to South Wales to take on Swansea City away from home, coming on the back of 3 straight victories for the first time in months as we take on the lads from the Liberty Stadium. And of course, in the last episode, our massive victory over Bristol City away at Ashton Gate does mean we're closing in on Watford on an automatic promotion place. But if we are going to overtake the Hornets, we're going to need to be almost perfect in our remaining games in the Championship. So taking on Swans away at Liberty Stadium for our first game today, aims to make it 4 straight wins. And whilst the pre-game focus was on the American, Charlie Kelman, with 3 goals in 3 games, it probably should have been on this man. Yes, Jack Byrne has finally been given quite a bit of game time since the injury to the young bull, and he is profiting. He now joins Charlie with 3 goals in his last 3 games, as the Irish winger shows exactly why he was too good for the League of Ireland and has come back to the Football League. So wonderful little goal there, rounding the goalkeeper. Whilst it was a deflection on the line, it was definitely his. So 1-0 QPR. Kelly made a great save in the second half as the hosts looked for a leveller with 22 minutes to go. Great chance to make it 2-0 and extend our lead. Chris Willock stepping in from left, bending one towards that far corner, but he hits the post and the Swans were clear. But outside the game, we finished though. Final score: Swansea 0, QPR 1. Byrne once again 3 goals in 3 games for the former Shamrock Rovers winger. And again, to sign him with his contract up at the end of the calendar year, so he comes in January. What a massive signing that has proved to be. But unfortunately, as you can see, somewhere in the game, he got an injury. He sprained his ankle and he's going to be out for 4 weeks. I don't know where it happened though. It must have happened right towards the end of the game, because he seemed fine for the majority of it, or so it seemed. And then I got the email after the game. I was like, when did that happen? I looked through the footage and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know, maybe it was, when he was in the dressing room. I don't know, maybe getting in the shower, possibly slipped a little bit. I don't know. But he sprained his ankle and unfortunately he's going to miss 4 weeks. And what a bloody typical a nuisance that is. Just goes into great form for the first time since signing him. 3 goals in 3 games, best player in the last few games, and then suddenly he's out for 4 weeks as well. So bit of a blow there, but we'll have to soldier on without him. Thankfully, Charles Bull is coming back to first team football though soon, so that's really good to know. One's going down, but one's coming back into the team. And for our second game of today's episode, taking on Cardiff City, Neil Harris' side here at the Kyan Prince Foundation Stadium, aiming to make it 5 straight wins for the first time since the start of the season, and looking for revenge after the Bluebirds beat us at the Cardiff City Stadium in the reverse fixture back in October. We started off looking threatening, looking menacing, and with Cardiff looking for a late playoff push towards the end of the season. We're going for automatic promotion. We've been in a better form, and that's why I was not surprised to see Ilias give us the opening goal right before the break. He's been our player of the season, our top scorer in the Championship, and he's also got more assists than anyone else in the Championship as well. And with 10 minutes to go, still leading by 1, not really threatened much in this game at all, looking the far stronger side. 10 minutes on the clock, Andy Rinomhota scores his first goal since coming in on transfer deadline day from Reading, and I've not bought him in to be a goal scorer. I've bought him in as a versatile bundle of energy and a good holding midfielder as well. But if he can do these sort of things too, I'm not going to say no. What an incredible goal from Andy there. Just call him Andy Paolo Di Canio Rinomhota. Wonderful little scissor kick into the top corner as he gives us the 2-goal lead. And what's that saying? If you're going to score your first goal for your club, make it a memorable one. That certainly was. 2-0 the final score, brushed aside the Bluebirds in this game. And I've got to say, as we continue to push for promotion and gather momentum, going to the best form of the season so far, the gap now cut on Watford to just 6 points with 7 games to go. We're also now 9 clear of Cardiff after the victory over them there in that last game. 6 points now the gap on the Hornets. We're breathing down their necks, and I've got to say, I'm starting to believe just possibly we could come from nowhere, teetering on the edge of exiting the playoffs, to possibly pip Watford to second place and go up alongside Bournemouth, who, as we know now, it's their Championship. They're 10 points clear of Watford, top of the table, and they've got a game in hand, I believe, as well. So, yeah, Bournemouth are definitely going up. The question is, who's going to join them? Is it going to be Watford? Is it going to be us? Is it going to be Norwich, or possibly even Nottingham Forest as well? The playoffs are so tight right now. Taking on the Canaries for our third game today's episode. We were missing 3 players due to international duty. Not the first time we've been stung by an international break this season. Nico, Linden, and also Liam Kelly, our goalkeeper, missing for the game. So Joe Lumley would make his first start for the club since returning from loan in this one, and missing our Australian-born Scotsman up top as well was a big blow as well. And in this match, despite having the first chance of the game, Norwich were looking the better team. And on 25 minutes to go, still deadlocked at 0-0. Stieperman finds Josip Dermot, who bangs one in from just inside the area and breaks the deadlock as the Canaries would take the lead. A massive, massive goal there, and what a strike as well by Dermot. Doesn't matter if it was Kelly or Lumley or Kelly and Lumley together, our goalkeepers had no chance with that one. So Norwich in front. After got the first goal, I really struggled to respond and get back in the game. They were looking the better team, and with 7 minutes to go, McLean finds Hugo, quick little 1-2, and he receives the ball just inside the area, drills it into the bottom corner, and for the second time in the game, Joe is beaten, and Norwich wrap up the points with 6 minutes to go. That's the dagger, 2-0 as the Canaries double their lead. And whilst we did fight for a late fight back here with just seconds to go in stoppage time, Bright Samuel storms down the right. What a lovely touch there as well. I had to include that as he storms down the right. Ilias's shot is well saved with the goalkeeper Tim Krul. We keep the chance alive though. Dominic ball to Ilias Share, finds Bright Samuel, scores his first goal since returning from injury back in January. It's been a while since Bright has scored a goal. A long goal drought for our temporary captain, but he does score there to half the deficit, give us a glimmer of hope, but unfortunately, yeah, just like Jojo says, it was a little too late. We couldn't find a late equalising goal and battle back from 2 goals down to claim a point. Final score, Norwich 2, QPR 1. The Canaries come through with the win and a massive victory there, and our win streak is over after 5 successive victories. So gutted about that, man. Pushing for promotion, breathing down the necks of the Hornets, and then going to Carrow Road and Norwich getting the win. And I could see Jeff Cameron on the bench with a cheeky little smile on his face, because he'll be joining them next season. You best believe he doesn't care about us anymore. He only cares about Norwich, because he'll be signing for them next year. And by the way, you might have noticed as well, Jeff Cameron has not featured since he agreed to join Norwich back in January for next season. I'm not going to play him. I'm not going to play him. Why am I going to play a player that's agreed to join a fellow promotion rival for next season? He's not going to be focused on getting us wins, man. Come on now. Seriously, Jeff is never going to play for this club again. But regardless, as it was the 1st of April, we had a scouting update and an academy update as well. As you can see, we put another player in our academy, Saunders. Looks pretty decent. I didn't realise that you can now sort by potential. You might be able to do that last year, but I can't remember now. But you can sort by potential. So possibly, as I release this player at the bottom of the academy, that might give you an indication as to who has the truest, highest potential in this team. As things stand, it seems like it's Saunders or possibly Mitchell, Jesse Mitchell, the young right back / centre back as well. I also put Burton, one of our youth players, in the pro team as well. Gave him a pro contract, so the board will be happy about that. They asked for 2 youth players turning pro this year. They've now got to. He doesn't look great, but he said he was going to walk out of the academy if we didn't give him a deal, so I've decided to give him one, and that means he will be staying. So a brief look at the league table. As you can see, now 6 games to go in the Championship, losing pace with Watford extending the gap on us at the top of the table. Bournemouth are definitely going up now. There's no denying that. That Championship is wrapped up already, and the engraving man has probably already started putting B, O and U on the trophy. He knows it's going to be Bournemouth that are champions, no doubt about that. But it does seem now Watford are probably going to pip us, and also Nottingham Forest, who have now leapfrogged us into 3rd place to automatic promotion as well. As 2 of the 3 teams that are relegated are almost definitely going up automatically for next season. We're not going to stop fighting though. We're not going to stop pushing for a possible chance of automatic promotion with just 6 games to go, and taking on Blackburn for our 4th game of today's episode, aiming to get back to winning ways here and get a big 3 points and a big response on the back of that defeat there away at Carrow Road. Not feeling sorry for ourselves on the back of that loss there, staying in attack mode and looking to get ourselves right back on track. And in the first half, despite playing better, couldn't break the deadlock, but 10 minutes after the restart, still tied at 0-0. Charles got his first start since returning from injury, gets involved in a build-up here, steps inside, finds Ilias, lovely back heel, and Kelman fires it just off target as it is still 0-0. So looking for the goal to get in front, and despite still being tied at 0-0, I felt for sure at some point we would break the deadlock. 23 minutes to go, Luke Amos through to Charles, down left-hand side, nice little step over and fake Rabona. I love the fact he's got 5-star skills now. Plays 1-2 with Omar, share spots to say Samuel, and like London buses, I mean, we've been waiting for so long for Bright to break his goal drought, and then it's 2 in 2 games for our number 11. It do be like that sometimes. Lovely ball by Ilias, spots the temporary captain Bright, who drills into the top corner. And I should really stop saying temporary captain as well, because I think there's a very good chance he'll keep it permanently for next season onwards. But still, 1-0, QPR in front, Bright breaking the deadlock. I knew we'd get in front at some point as he gives us the lead. And with 6 minutes to go, looking for his second goal, looking for the dagger to wrap it up. Luke Amos with a lovely back heel into the path of Charles Bull, and the kid has done it once again. I mean, are you Callum Clutch Wilson in disguise? My long-term subs, you know all about the clutch performances of Callum Wilson. Well, Charles Bull seems to have the clutch gene as well. He has scored 5 goals in the Championship this season, and 3 of them have come in the final 5 minutes of a game. 2 game winners against Millwall, and who was the other game winner? Oh, Wycombe Wanderers back in January. So he's had 2 game winners for this team, and he scores the goal there, the dagger, to wrap up up the points right towards the end of the game. And again, 3 of his 5 goals in the Championship have been scored in the final 5 minutes of a match. That's pretty extraordinary for a 17-year-old to have that sort of record. 60% of his goals. I know it's a relatively small sample size right now because he's only playing his first season in professional football, but either way, 60% of all the goals he's scored have come in the final 5 minutes of the game. That's pretty remarkable, right? But still, 2-0 final score, back to winning ways. Great to get another clean sheet on the board as well as we get the big 3 points there. Heading into our final game of this episode, 5th and final one against Luton Town. Again, not giving up in the race for automatic promotion, even though we do know with Watford winning there, the task still looks incredibly difficult indeed and does require the Hornets slipping up a few times in the final 5 games. Taking on Luton though, aiming to get ourselves back-to-back wins here and right back on track against the visitors. Should have scored our first goal early on in the game as well. Ball crossing to the far post and bright will say Samuel somehow heading that one just wide the post from a free header at the back stick, missing his chance of 3 straight goals. But 10 minutes afterwards, Charles looking dangerous once again, steps in from left, finds Ilyas Share, and Ilyas, he has been, again, I'll say it again, our player of the season. He's our top scorer in the Championship. That is 9th goal, I think, in Championship football this season, but also, again, he leads the way in the whole league for most assists in the Championship as well. The Moroccan this year has been absolutely different class. So QPR in front, 1-0 to the hosts in this game, but fair play to Luton because they battle straight back as well. Berry puts 2 players on the floor here and then drills it into the bottom corner after a lovely solo run as the visitors find their response about 15 minutes later. 15 minutes? I think about 15 minutes later after we scored our first goal. So Luton right back on level terms right before the break. It was 1-1, and we, to be fair, have struggled against teams in the bottom half of the table quite a few times this season, and this is just one of those games. And Panzu almost won it for them with 21 minutes to go. Liam Kelly showing his importance to the team, making a good stop there at his near post to keep it at 1-1, and that was how the game would finish. A very disappointing slip up at the Kyan Prince Foundation Stadium. Saw it as a banker, it turned out to be anything but that. 1-1 the final score, and because of that latest slip up and just 1 win in our last 3 games, we remain in 4th place, 2 points off Nottingham Forest. Yes, we are 7 points clear of Bristol City, so 2 more wins will give us a playoff place guaranteed, but now we're 9 points off Watford in 2nd place. I think it's safe to say our automatic promotion push has fallen apart right towards the end, and it is surely all over. But that was this episode of the PS5 Career Mode, guys. So big thank you, fortunate if you have enjoyed it, and if you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the final 4 games of the Championship season in the very next episode very soon.